las 10 de la mañana con 48 minutos. La señal es completamente en directo desde Casa Presidencial en Zapote. Vamos a pedirle a los compañeros de la prensa que nos ayuden con ese teléfono.
And you've done extraordinary work in preventing those drugs from getting out. And we're going to continue to work with you on providing the technologies that these waivers are about today to prevent the exportation of drugs. But when you confront these groups, they become violent and they become vicious. And so we want to see how we can work, perhaps by allowing more DEA and FBI resources to conduct investigations together with your police and your law enforcement to identify and help you capture and arrest them and bring them to justice.
El señor presidente Trump, la vamos a hacer más fuerte aún.
But the one area we've really worked very closely on is biometric data sharing. We want to build on that because we are seeing, you have seen, and they've confronted here, elements from all over the world, from other continents, from Africa, from the Middle East, that have links to terrorism, that have been stopped through our biometric sharing programs and identified and prevented from moving forward and doing God knows what if they had ever reached the United States. That's an important partnership, and it's one we want to build on, and we're going to look for opportunities to build on and make stronger than ever through intelligence sharing, biometric sharing in real time, and very close coordination to ensure that this never becomes a place where terrorists can transit and do harm somewhere else.
A bit, if you discussed Nicaragua, CAFTA, we'd heard that
we need to have a foreign policy in which we are firm in confronting those that seek to do harm to the United States, and we are strong in support of those that work so closely with us, and in the case of Costa Rica, serve as a model to what we hope the region and other countries around the world will one day become.
Compatriotas, esta muy feliz ocasión del...
Como dije en mis palabras, hay más norteamericanos viviendo acá que costarricenses viviendo en Estados Unidos, que es un ejemplo de lo que pasa cuando un país lo hace bien en comparación a esos países.
Comunes. Bienvenido a Costa Rica.
Muchas gracias, señor presidente. Un placer, un honor estar con usted.
Let me address the first one. That's an offer President Bukele made. Obviously, we'll have to study it on our end. There are obviously legalities involved. We have a constitution. We have all sorts of things. But it's a very generous offer. No one's ever made an offer like that. And to outsource at a fraction of the cost, at least some of the most dangerous and violent criminals that we have in the United States. But obviously the administration will have to make a decision, I raised it yesterday because it's an incredible offer and an unprecedented one. On the second point, look, we froze foreign aid so that we can review those programs. The waiver process exists so that we can review those programs. Today, here, we've issued waivers for programs that make all the sense in the world. They make America safer. They make America stronger because the programs we've issued a waiver for are helping our trusted partners intercept and stop drugs and terrorists from coming into the United States. But I issued a blanket waiver that said if this is life-saving programs, okay, if it's providing food or medicine or anything that is saving lives and is immediate and urgent, you're not included in the freeze. I don't know how much more clear we can be than that. And I would say if some organization is receiving funds from the United States and does not know how to apply a waiver, then I have real questions about the competence of that organization. Or I wonder whether they're deliberately sabotaging it for purposes of making a political point. I want to repeat what I've said. I have long supported foreign aid. I continue to support foreign aid. But foreign aid is not charity. It exists for the purpose of advancing the national interest of the United States. Every dollar we will spend, as long as I'm Secretary of State, and as long as President Trump is in the White House, is going to be a dollar that's advancing our national interest. And you see this here today. These are programs that work. This is the kind of foreign aid we need to do. And there are programs that we have questions about that do not further the national interest, and they should be eliminated. And then there are those we need to learn more about. But we have a blanket waiver. It's been out for a week. And anybody who tells you they don't understand it, let me repeat it in very simple words. If it saves lives, if it's emergency life-saving aid, food, medicine, whatever, they have a waiver. I don't know how much clearer we can be. And if they're not applying it, then maybe they're not a very good organization, and maybe it shouldn't be getting money at all.
Costa Rica, it will be a model for the region and for the world. God bless you all, and thank you very much. Amen. God bless. From the press. Thank you for everyone who's been following this broadcast on social media. God bless. Have a good afternoon.